You might want an ultra-wide monitor if you need more screen space, or you've had enough of the multi-screen setup. There are many benefits to having a bigger screen, and it's somewhat essential nowadays if you're managing multiple tasks at once, or perhaps you just want a better gaming experience. Working on an ultra-wide monitor can be compared to having all the tools on one table. In today's video, we're going to review what we think is the best mid-range ultra-wide gaming monitor you can get on the market today. The ultra-wide Philips Evnia 34M2C8600 QD-OLED curved gaming monitor. This monitor right here is a fantastic value for money product. It's a step up compared to other gaming monitors, and its main selling factor is that it has a QD-OLED screen. These QD-OLED screens are taking the world by storm at the moment. If you haven't heard of them, QD stands for quantum dot. It's cutting-edge display technology that merges the vibrant colors of quantum dots with the nearly perfect black levels of OLED. The operation of a QD-OLED display makes it easier for light to pass through the layer of quantum dots to create stunning visual effects. They usually result in a brighter and more colorful display than a regular monitor while maintaining excellent black levels. The Philips Evnia monitor not only has stunning image quality, but also provides exceptional gaming performance. It's a 34-inch 1440 QD-OLED display with a refresh rate of 175 Hz with ambiglow lighting, KVM capabilities, and DTS-certified speakers. The gaming performance is also impressive with a pixel response time measured in fractions of a millisecond, beating most gaming monitors out there by a mile. The monitor has a striking design and is easy to set up, offering a good range of features and ports. No QD OLEDs are cheap at the moment, but if you check the link below, we found some new for under $800, which for right now is an amazing deal for these screens. A few months ago, the same one was selling for over $1K, so I can't guarantee that the price will last long with it being in high demand. But for those wanting to wait, you can expect to find some cheaper deals as the QD-OLED tech ages, and you might be able to catch some sales if you watch the markets. But with all that being said, we want to know how it handles compared to other monitors of its class. Well, to start with, the response times are pretty much instant. Philips states that the response time for this monitor is 0.03 of a millisecond, which sounds too good to be true. Independent reviews say it's more like half a millisecond, which is still amazingly good. The refresh rate is excellent on this monitor too. The key statistic to look out for, especially gaming monitors, is the refresh rate. The refresh rate tells us how many times the images on the screen refresh per second. For less lag, you will want a higher FPS rate. Even though there are other indicators you need to look out for when it comes to speed, the refresh rate is one of the strongest factors when improving speed performance. But keep in mind, the maximum refresh rate can only be equivalent to what your computer is capable of outputting. It's evident that you will need to rely on your actual PC for the true frames per second rate. So that means even the best monitor will only show what the PC is capable of outputting. Therefore, it's crucial that you take into consideration both components for this setup. In order to buy the best monitor for your PC, you need to work out what frames per second your PC can produce, and then buy a monitor that can support it. Don't bother buying a monitor with higher frames per second than your PC, as it won't go to use, and you'll end up wasting money. Having said that, this monitor can support a refresh rate of 175 Hz, and it provides a remarkable gaming experience when used to its full potential. We know there are faster QD OLEDs coming out now, but it's more than enough for you to experience super fast gaming with little to no blur and instant loading. In terms of design, you get a pretty good lineup of ports on this monitor too, with two HDMI 2.0 sockets, DisplayPort 1.4, USB-C for DisplayPort out mode, and a 4-port USB 3 hub. The monitor has an 1800R curved monitor design with interesting LED lighting on the back, which can be turned off if needed. The on-screen menu is controlled by an easy-to-use joystick on the back, and the stand is not only efficient, but it's also pretty practical for an ultra-wide. You can move it up and down in height, swivel just about enough, and tilt it for better viewing angles. On the negative side, the brightness is actually only averaging 250 nits in the standard dynamic range, which is below average for most monitors of this class. However, you can get 450 nits in the high dynamic range. It results in a beautifully bright and colorful display, although in direct glare, you'll probably lose clarity, especially when viewing at angles. When gaming, however, the lower brightness can provide a more fluid and comfortable experience. You also get an amazing resolution to mix with that, but with it being a 1440p ultra-wide, you'll need a pretty decent spec machine to back that up. The higher your monitor's resolution, the less frames per second you'll get because of the number of pixels on the screen, unless you have the power to match that. For online multiplayer gaming, you'll probably be better off with a lower resolution rather than a 4K screen due to the speed output. This one at 1440p is less demanding than the 4K resolution monitors, but it will still need a decent computer setup as it's not the standard 1080p. Lower resolution monitors are easier to run as they don't require such a powerful GPU, CPU, and power supply. The high resolution in this monitor provides a great amount of detail and sharpness with its higher pixel count and amazing screen display. Just keep in mind that it will increase demand on the graphics processing unit, GPU, which can result in slower performance on lower spec PCs. Not ideal for less powerful GPUs, especially with online gaming. That brings us to the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments on the Philips Evnia monitor, or if you prefer any other ones. Your support means a lot. Thanks for watching, and make sure to join us next time.